Hey,
Hey.
we're live at 5.
Yep.
I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
And look at that flawless transition on the countdown. My microphone was on. I was here. I didn't have food in my mouth. It's a good start.
Yeah.
All the guitars are hanging up. It's like I made time for this today.
I wasn't sure about me earlier, but
Yeah, go figure. Like the day I'm like on ahead of the game on top of it. Jake's like out doing an install somewhere.
yeah.
This is a fun collection of guitars today. I'm excited for this. Also, I've had like almost no caffeine today, so it's not entirely true. I had 1 Celsius, just 1.
That's a shocker.
I know, only 1.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's 2. The other day, I didn't even realize it. I just kept drinking things, and I was like, man, I'm like real high strung right now. I had an iced latte in the morning, and then 2 Celsius energy drinks during the day. And so by the time we got off work, I'm like, man, I'm wired. Like, what's going on? And then I was like, oh, I had a lot of caffeine today.
Who needs sleep?
Yeah, I was up till like 2. It was great. Loved it. So anyways, for those of you who have never watched the show before, I've never done this before. I've never done a little, well, if you're new to this.
Yeah, no.
No, right? I started saying, I was like, this is weird. This is live at 5.
Mhm.
We're here at Island Music Company, and every Thursday at 5 o'clock, we go over some stuff that I got on this wall. A lot of times we're just so busy, I pick all these things out the day of. When we come back from NAMM, we're going to go back to our themed episodes. We got real busy with events and the holidays, so I just kind of went away from the themed things for a little bit.
Yeah.
But next week is NAMM, and I'll be doing a live at 5 from NAMM. I'll be at the Taylor Guitars booth, so it'll be me and Taylor Guitars doing a fun live stream from the NAMM show.
Yeah.
And then when we get back in February, we will be back to our themed episodes.
Yeah, and I'll probably be in the chat during your stream.
That's right, because I won't be here. I'll be in California. So, and speaking of chat, we got this fun little chat box in the corner here. You can't, it's, I'm all turned around. If you have questions about the stuff or you want to comment on the stuff that we're showing off, by all means, talk away in there. You want to make fun of me, that's fine too. We'll just hang out and have a good time. So I've got, we got 7 hooks. I always forget how many hooks. There's 7 hooks, and we're gonna go over some of the guitars here. I don't think we have anything going on store-wise other than
Damn.
NAMM next week. I'm excited for some of the. I've been getting some like top secret, like here's a preview email from a lot of the companies. So I'm excited to get my hands on some stuff out there. I'm excited to hang out with all of our sales reps and all the artists that'll be there, and I'm excited to go behind the curtain and see the stuff that they're coming out with. That
Oh yeah, because I guess the only one you went to was the summer.
I've been to Summer NAMM.
Yeah.
This is my first time going to like the big one, you know.
Yeah.
So I've gone to Summer NAMM, and that was a lot of fun. Matt, who runs our online sales, he and I hung out in Nashville for a few days.
Yeah.
You know, just walked up and down Broadway, and there's just live music everywhere, so it was a good time. So I'm excited to see what's going on with Anaheim. There's all kinds of great things. So I posted something online. I was like, hey, I don't know that I'm gonna have time to go anywhere, but if you have recommendations for places, it'd be fun. And then I looked at my schedule. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have no time to go anywhere because the show's all day, and then after the show, people are taking us out to dinners and concerts, and
Yep.
so I'll just be MIA for a few days. It's fine. It'll be interesting. The weekend I have no shows to play. I'm gonna be almost just as busy as ever. Actually, I'll take movie recommendations throughout the show. Just throw movie recommendations. I have a lot of flights that coming up, and I gotta kill time on these flights. So drop some movies in the comments, and I'll see which ones I can check out during my flight. We have a 6-hour flight from New Jersey to California, and I can fit a couple movies in there. So
I'll come up with a few.
yeah, so throw your favorite movies in the chat, and I'll see if I get a chance to watch any of them while I'm gone. So let's start some guitars here.
Okay.
This is a fun one here. This is very special. This is a exclusive, really, to us. This is a Fender Player Series, not a Player 2, but a Player Series guitar. And what's cool about this? Let me pull up my notes here. The Player Series. What?
The helicopter going.
Oh yeah, there's a y'all probably didn't hear it, but alder body, maple neck, pretty familiar stuff from Fender. Player series, hardware, and pickups. But the big special difference on this guitar, Jake, can you
Yes.
tell the difference about this guitar? What makes
Not
this
from
one
this
custom?
distance.
This one is a custom paint job.
Oh,
So this is not a stock color. We had our guy in the repairs in the services center
yeah,
who does all of our finishes on the custom work and stuff for our customers.
yeah.
We had him repaint one of the guitars that's a little outdated because now there's the new Player 2 series. So we gave him a Sunburst Player Series Strat, and we asked him to put a classic Fender Seafoam green finish on it, and it looks stock.
Yeah,
He did a phenomenal job. Like, this looks like it's from the Fender factory.
That's why I was like, from this distance, I can't really.
Yeah. Like, this is fantastic. I think, it works out well, too, because the Player 2 series
Yeah.
brings back a lot of classic style Fender colors.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I bought one of the HSS Strats in the Aquatone Blue. And it's a fantastic guitar. And so they did an amazing... Paul does such a good job with these things.
Yeah.
Because he also did... He did this fun Kramer... Because the Marvin the Martian guitar sold, so then he's like, well, we need another fun guitar to hang on the wall. And this is a Fruity Pebbles Kramer.
Yeah.
We love Fruity Pebbles. We love the Flintstones. And, the classic box that had the Flintstones. Remember, they were on all the covers and everything.
When I was young, I was Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. I think Bam Bam was on the Cocoa Pebbles box.
Maybe.
I think so. I preferred Cocoa Pebbles over Fruity Pebbles.
Nah.
Any cereal that's chocolate. Remember Oreo O's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are classics. Can't go wrong with a little box of Oreo O's. A box of Oreo O's. Okay, maybe I did have enough caffeine. So you did a great job. So this is a huge testament too. If you have a guitar that you want refinished, it's gonna look great.
Yeah.
And so bring it into the shop. It's fantastic work. Takes about a month to get through the whole process because there's a lot that goes into it, and he's got other work ahead of you. So we're gonna move over this way here. This is very fun. I sat down for probably like a good 15 minutes yesterday, really contemplating life when it came to whether or not I wanted to buy this guitar.
As always.
Well, this one, and for more reasons than others, this is a Yamaki Deluxe.
Yeah.
It's 1971 from Japan. And basically, Yamaki existed only in the 70s, and everything that they built modeled or resembled Martin guitars. And so it's a 70s replica or a copy of Martin's. And it's a fantastic guitar. This is called the Folk Deluxe. It's a mahogany-ish type style body. It's a solid top. It's from the 70s, so it's got some wear and tear. Frets are wearing out a little bit. It does not have a preamp on it, but it's hand-built from the 70s. It sounds so good. Fantastic stuff. Because now this wood is aged.
Yeah.
1971 to 2025. So you got 50-plus years of aging in this wood. Great guitar. We've got it here in stock right now, obviously used. It'd be really weird if I was like, it's brand new, but it's from 71.
Yeah.
So 54 years of aging. It sounds so good. Someone needs to buy it. Buy it before I do.
Yeah. I know it's in my things to do. So.
Yeah. To buy it?
No.
Oh yeah, good job. Cool. So the reason I'm like holding off on this is because the perks of working here is I know all the fun things that are coming out this year.
Yeah.
And a lot of these fun things that are coming out, I can't help myself. I'm already like eyeing them. So I'm already like, once they're released to the public, like launch wise, I'm placing my orders because I've got a list of fantastic finds on these brand new guitars that are coming out, and I'm so excited for them. And I can't wait to like post NAMM to start being like, you guys got to see these because there's just a lot of good guitars coming out this year, and I haven't even held them yet. I've just looked at them on paper, so I'm pretty excited. If you can't tell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of good guitars that we got this year, this one came in today, or yesterday, today. Came in today. It's a classic. This is the Gibson Hummingbird. The Hummingbird guitars they're square shouldered, so the J45s are sloped. The LOOs sloped. This is a square shoulder dreadnought. Sitka spruce top, mahogany body, has the LR Bags VTC enhanced preamp system, and has the round C neck. I'm not a big fan of the round C neck on acoustics. To me, it just feels a little bulky, but I can totally understand why it's there. It gives you, it's a great chording pattern because then you're not too narrow of a neck. It's not too thin or anything like that. This is the Vintage Cherry Burst. Grover Tuners, comes with a nice Gibson hard case. But yes, this is almost as classic as it gets when it comes to Gibson acoustics, other than, of course, the J45,
Yep.
which we have the standard and the standard Rosewood here in the shop. So yes, here we are, the Gibson Hummingbird in the Vintage Cherry Burst. Fantastic guitar. Moving on down the line, let's just grab this other Gibson right here. This is the Gibson L00 Standard. This is also considered to be one of Gibson's top sellers. I love the size of this. It's a great, fun, small body acoustic guitar. I think we're also dealing with the mahogany when it comes to this one as well. Yep, mahogany body, spruce top, LR bags, VTC pickups, the preamp system, 12-inch radius. Gorgeous guitar. It plays really well. It feels great. Super lightweight too. But it's just a fun, small guitar. I think they're also using, it's just Grovers again. But they're fun little guitars. They're easy to carry around. They just have that classic folk look to them, so they're a lot of fun there as well. Gorgeous sunburst finish on it. What a guitar. Fantastic. I love it a lot. There we go. The L00 from Gibson. The L00 Standard. Let me reiterate that. Let's see here. Moving on down the line, this is the Martin J40. So these guitars are fantastic. And then what's great about this one is that it's used. So we have it at a used price point. That's always fun. J40 is a little bit of a jumbo body. It's forward shifted bracing, golden era scallop bracing, the high performance taper neck, and we're looking at a spruce top and a solid East Indian rosewood body. We have the open gear Grover tuners on the back. Gorgeous, gorgeous work. I love the inlay work when you start getting into the 40 series on guitars. Fantastic work from Martin here on the J40. Like I said, it's used. Oh, it's got the dovetail joint. So it's used. It's at a great price point. I don't have the price point right in front of me, but it is a used guitar. So come in and check this out. It won't last long because the J40s are kind of hard to come by, and the fact that we got a used one is fantastic.
The Martin J40 used at $3,500.
All right, cool. That's a great deal. Yeah, that won't last long, so get in on that. And then the last one here to talk about, I wanted to save this one for last because there's a few things to discuss on this guitar because we haven't had one of these come into the shop yet. They've been out for a little bit now, but now that we've got one, we can discuss it. Mm-hmm. This is the PRS SE Custom 24 Semi-Hollow Piezo. Take a deep breath. It's a long name, but it's a great guitar.
Sounds like a Gretsch
name. The G5692220TG. You know, yeah. That means there's a gold Bigsby on it. And so, this guitar, for one, I played one of these in the, what is the dark burst finish they have on this? They have a, I can't remember the name of it, but they have another finish of these that's real dark and it's got this nice edge burst on it. I played one of these at the PRS factory not too long ago and I was up there back in like November. And I was blown away by how great it feels. Well, then I started reading up on it a little bit more. 8515S pickups, maple top. You have the new added features for the 2025 SE models. You have the knobs that were on the USA models, and now you've got the horizontal switch cap. So it makes it a little easier for you to slide up and down here. But Jake, what's really cool about these guitars is since it has the piezo pickups in it, is you're now getting into your piezo electronic system. And what's great about this is on the piezo electronic system, you have obviously a spot for the battery because you have to power the pickups. You have what's called your mag output, which is your magnetic output, which is just for the 8515s. It wouldn't use anything else on the guitar. But then you have the mixed output. And what the mixed output does, it allows you to use this knob here, which is your blend knob. And what that does is allow you to blend between the magnetic pickup and the piezo pickup. So it allows you to get that hybrid blend sound, which is why everybody loves these kind of guitars so much. But what's really cool about this, you plug into the magnetic, it disables the piezo control. You don't have to worry about that at all. You're not getting any type of overbleed in tone, nothing's feeding over. But you can plug into both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can run your piezo control to an acoustic amp, and you run your magnetic control to your electric amp.
Mm-hmm.
And the blend knob just becomes a volume knob for your piezo pickups at that point. So then it's no longer a blend. If you're plugged into both outputs, the way that it's all wired is it just becomes a volume.
Yeah.
So it's a fun tool. It might get a little trippy having two cables come out of your guitar, but it's a fun way to dial in tones and just be ready to go. I know some people that take a guitar like this with the piezo, and you can run it into an ABY switch, because then you can run A and B and just pan back and forth to whatever system you want to use, whether you've got it set up to go through a DI or maybe you're just plugging acoustic into the DI. Maybe you're plugging the electric to your amp, so you can run it that way and switch back and forth. Obviously the Y situation, but there's all kinds of routing options and things you can do with guitars like that, like those, the Acoustasonics, anything that has that feature, like to go back and forth between acoustic and electric. I think it's a fun game to figure out, like, what are all the ways I could set this up for a live performance and make this as versatile as possible. Because the other thing you can do on here is, because your pickups here, you have the coil tapping option. So when you're switching around and coil tapping, it changes how these are playing with each other. You have your piezo set up in there. So a guitar like this, or we just got another one in. I didn't get a chance to pull it out. I thought about using it today, but now here I am wishing I did.
Yeah.
The Special 22s.
Yeah.
Those guitars are so versatile because you have all the selecting options there. It's the HSH setup. So there's a lot of tonal possibilities on those guitars, and it even happens to be here as well with the SC Custom 24 semi-hollow piezo. And there's, like I said, all kinds of options there. I'm glad we got one of these in. They're pretty neat. The SE line has a lot of great features and a lot of functionality coming out of it, so I'm excited to see where that goes. And then some of that, I think, is, you would say because the SE line came out before the USA line, as far as 2025 goes.
Yeah.
You might argue that, like, this influenced the 2025 line, but the core line, but let's be honest, these just can't, the SE line just launched first. The 2025 core model stuff definitely influenced what they did with the SE models. It'd be really silly if they released a bunch of SE guitars for a year and then they're like, you know what, actually, let's base all of our USA models off the stuff made from overseas. We don't have any of the new 25 core stuff in yet, but once we do, I'm excited to talk about those because they're doing the Swamp Ash specials there as well. Mm-hmm. They've got some of the what was the other? They launched some other stuff. I don't have it on in front of me. I don't want to get it wrong. So PRS has a lot of great stuff coming out. I'm excited to see what they might be launching because they've got some pretty special stuff planned next week during the NAMM week. So I believe that's everything here that we're going to cover today. Like I said, nothing special to discuss as far as events or sales or workshops or anything. Just going through what we got here in the store. I do want to thank Stringjoy for sponsoring Live at 5 and for also helping us launch our Stringjoy Service Center here at the shop.
Yep.
We can now that it's kind of in motion, we can finally officially talk about it. We've talked about it here and there, but
Yeah.
basically, if you bring a guitar to get restrung at the shop, unless you specifically say, oh, I'd like Ernie Balls, or I'd like Martins, or Elixirs, or D'Addario, whatever you say. So unless you specifically say, I would like a very certain pack of strings on my guitar, we have partnered with Stringjoy to where every guitar that comes to the repair shop will just get Stringjoy strings put on it.
Yeah.
And you're getting either the signatures or the naturals. And they're fantastic strings. The balance tension, the longevity, the tuning stability, it's all fantastic work, and they do a great job. So I'm very excited to have partnered with them to have them be our supplier of strings for our repair shop.
Yeah.
So in Maryland, here at Island Music Company, I believe we are the only place, but we are the Stringjoy Service Center.
Yep.
And I'm very excited to partner with Stringjoy on that, and I'm very excited to get some of these strings that I really love onto y'all's guitars. So I believe that's everything we got going on here. I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
And this was Live at 5. I'll see you next week from NAMM.
Bye.